right, so now we have found that John McCain's spiritual guide, Rod Parsley, has also said terrible things about America. Okay. Now, of course, what's great is that Rod Parsley, we've talked about him a lot here on the show. Nobody else has, but we have, right? And he's the one that said that America has always been at war with Islam, that our objective of America is to destroy Islam. I mean, that's just, other than being incredibly offensive and racist or whatever, however you want to call it, bias, prejudice, etc., it's also asinine. I mean, how do you, this is the spiritual God of John McCain, and he says the objective of America, the reason it was formed was to destroy Islam? That's madness. And it's not even Sparta. It doesn't make any sense at all. Now, but no one cares about that. No one. You could say the most heinous things about Muslims and no one would bat an eyelash. And before we go on to Rod Parsley's clip, let's get this straight, too. Jerry Falwell said almost the same exact thing as Reverend Wright did about 9/11. After 9/11, Reverend Wright comes out and gives a sermon about how the chickens came home to roost, that we had it coming. Jerry Falwell comes out right after 9/11 and says, because of ACLU and the feminists and the gays and the liberals, etc., that we had 9/11 coming. But that's exactly what he said. And then Pat Robertson was sitting next to him and going, oh yeah, we definitely had it coming. And both of those guys, well, Jerry Falwell has supported, before he passed away, supported John McCain, and John McCain spoke at his commencement ceremony after he knew that stuff. He didn't denounce him. He didn't reject him. He didn't do anything to him. In fact, he was proud to have his endorsement. So what is the difference? I wrote about this, and people, you know, I don't know if you've been reading the website, but the Economist blog picked it up for a second, and they said, well, it's probably not because of the racial thing, but Reverend Wright is speaking about politics, and the other, religious folks are just, speaking about absurd things based on religion, and that becomes untouchable. But that's not true. Falwell, Robertson, that speech on 9/11 was perfectly political. It was, in fact, it was as political as you could possibly get. They blamed liberals for, and the fact that America has followed liberal policies for the reason that we got attacked on 9/11. There is no difference, none whatsoever, right? But it's not just that. I mean, you've heard Robertson time and time again, whether it's hurricanes in Florida or Hurricane Katrina in New Orleans, he always blames America. He always blames New Orleans. He always blames our cities and our policies for what we had coming. So how is that different than Reverend Wright? It is not different in one scintilla. Reverend Hagee proudly endorses John McCain just a couple of weeks ago, and McCain says, I couldn't be prouder to receive his endorsement. Repudiate? Denounce? Reject? Absolutely not. He embraces him. McCain's got his endorsement on his website. Reverend Hagee said New Orleans had it coming because they were going to do a gay pride event on Monday before Katrina struck. So isn't he, in essence, saying, I don't say God bless New Orleans, I say God damn New Orleans? Isn't that what Hagee is saying? It's indisputable.